Hey there, everyone. Doggin Days here, and I wanted to touch base and kind of give you guys an overview of where we're at in the channel, and also announce a fun little event that's going to be happening in the next week or so in my area. And on the off chance that anyone is in the area, anyone watching this channel that is in my area, I would like to extend a cordial invitation to anyone and everyone who is able to make it. So let's just go over some general housekeeping with the channel, and then after that's done, I will get into the details of this event, this big news. So first off, I want to say I have been really surprised at the reception to the tier list video that I made a while back. I'm really grateful, thrilled that people like it, and that there's been this amount of views and likes and subscribes, all that stuff. So I really appreciate everyone commenting and sharing the video, and it really means a great deal, and it makes me hopeful that there is still not that I was ever in doubt, of course, but it does make me hopeful that there is still an audience and still a future for HeroScape, and in my own small way, I want to contribute to that. Now, with that reception to that video being as positive as it was, I have begun work on the next set of little essays analyzing the units. Specifically, this will be for Wave 1, the Wave 1 expansion, which is Maladon's Prophecy, I believe. As you can tell right now, I'm kind of going off the cuff, so no script here. Hope that's cool with y'all, but the next video will be scripted, just like the last one, and so that is in the works. The videos take a long time to make. It takes a long time to write the articles, because again, I am going very long form, and I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. I'm not really concerned with brevity in these. These are, I kind of imagine these tier list videos to be, you could watch them, I guess, but I also sort of imagine them as, if you want to listen to them kind of like a podcast, or if you want to just do some chores, clean your house, and listen to, you know, this rando on the internet, his opinions on HeroScape units. That's kind of, I'm throwing my voice out there. And now's a good time to say that to reiterate that I really don't intend these videos to be be-all, end-all discussions of these units. These are just my humble opinions on these units, and if nothing else, I hope to maybe provoke a little discussion on the units, or, you know, give you some food for thought on these units, and how to use them in the game, and some strategies maybe you hadn't thought of. But I also want to say that a lot of the strategies and a lot of the material I've used to write out these articles, I did not come up with myself. When I'm writing out these articles, I really am standing on the shoulders of giants. There are some great resources on the old HeroScapers forums that I've been a lurker on HeroScapers for much of my life, so I've been reading this stuff for as long as I've been playing the game, and I've had many opportunities to try out some of the builds and strategies on my own, but I really do want to give credit where it's due, and to that end, I will be adding some resources for each of the units that I cover going forward on the channel, to like little essays and strategy articles and the books for the different units, so that if you are interested in learning more, my videos in the future, I intend to be just maybe a starting point or an additional supplement, you know. So again, not the be-all, end-all. I'm not trying to posture myself as some sort of HeroScape, you know, master strategist. I'm far from it, and that actually leads into the next point, kind of the big news that's going on. So I am completely new, 100% new to the HeroScape competitive scene. I read a lot of strategies about the units, but I actually haven't had the chance to really play them in a competitive tournament setting. But that's about to change. In the Southern California area, for anyone who is on the West Coast or in the Southern California area, there is a small, snacky little tournament that's being hosted in the city of Corona on February 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, obviously, and I will be in attendance. It is so far a fairly small tournament. There's a small number of people who are definite yeses on attending the tournament, and there's a couple of maybes. I hope to bring along some of my friends. Most of them are maybes figures right now, but I want to extend the invite to anyone who might be in the Southern California area watching this channel and would like to join a little tournament. And I don't think I don't know what the prizes are. I think there was some discussion about a cash prize, but I recently joined a Discord for SoCal, Southern California-based HeroScapers, so I will put a link to the Discord in the video description, or the name of the Discord in the video description, or however that works. Honestly, I don't know how you share the Discord, but I will find a way to point you guys to it if you'd like to join and are in the Southern California area. And I will also put in the video description the link to the kind of official HeroScapers.com page for the tournament, as well as the HeroScapers.org page for the tournament, so that you can look at it, see what the rules are, and if you'd like to sign up, I think the Discord is the best way to do that. But feel free to, maybe drop a comment in here, and I can put you in on your behalf. So yeah, again, I have no expectation that anyone watching this channel is in the area, but if you are, I want to extend the invitation. Just as an overview of what the rules will be. You might hear me clicking in the background because I have the actual forum up in front of me. But I think we're still kind of figuring out what the actual parameters are going to be. But I think definitely it is a 450 point cap on the army, so you have 450 points to spend on your army. Originally, I think there was discussion about a 16 starting hex limit. I think that's what's on the page currently, but there's been some discussion of bumping that up to 18 spaces, so that may change with time. There's a rule of no more than 9 of the same figure, which I'm partial to. I have to say I hope that remains the case. So that means no more than 3 squads of stingers, let's say. You can't have more than 3 squads of three-figure squads, and you can't have more than 2 4-figure squads. So no more than 2 squads of 4th Mass or 10th Reg, and no more than 3 squads of stingers or I don't know, Sentinels of Jandar, something like that. So, and then there's also a stipulation that you cannot have more than 1 A+ unit. So on my channel, I'm analyzing units on a tier list ranking. So the highest is the S tier, and then A tier, B tier, blah 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 blah. But the tradition of because I am by no means the first person to analyze HeroScape units and rank them by their effectiveness. The tradition of ranking units by their effectiveness has been on the power ranking scale, and the top of that list is the A+ units. So we had this group, because I joined this group kind of late, but this group has identified 4 units that are considered A+. Those are the Morrow Warriors, Death Reavers, Rise of the Valkyrie Raylan, and Major Q9. So you can have one of those units, but not multiple. You can't have a Raylan and a Q9. You can only pick one of those A+ units to have in your army. And so, yes, I just wanted to post that and announce it on the channel, and also just touch base with you guys and express my gratitude for the interest you've taken in the video, the sharing of the video, the commenting, subscriptions, all that good stuff, the liking of the video. All of it really, really helps, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I do plan to continue this into the future. And I just ask for your patience as I'm working on the next video, and that should be out, I hope, within the month. So there's that. And then just a couple of comments I want to address from the tier list video. There's been talk about would I do the tier list treatment for the other expansion waves and the Valhalla Customs waves. So my plan would be, if this is something that really takes off and people continue to watch it, I would plan to do all of the classic HeroScape waves first. So that's wave 1 through 10. I guess 10 doesn't really count. 10 would be maybe more like the repaint units like Narak or the Elite Onyx Vipers. You kind of lump them together into a wave 10. But I would also throw in the Flag Bearer waves, the large expansions, terrain expansion units like the Zute and Obsidian Guards, stuff like that. So those will all be organized. We'll go in chronological order of when they were released. So we'll do Classic HeroScape first. Then we would move on from Classic HeroScape to the Dungeons & Dragons waves, beginning with the Dungeons & Dragons Master Set. Of course, yeah, Master Sets, of course. Would also do the Swarm of the Morrow Master Set. Possibly Marvel. Marvel they have a funky place in HeroScape canon. And, I mean, obviously, Thanos is considerably more powerful than even, like, some of the strongest classic figures, right? So, And I honestly, like, frankly speaking, I haven't played as much with all the Marvel heroes, so I probably would need a little more experience to really feel confident speaking about them at all, but that's a possibility too. And that leads into the next point. After we go through all of the classic waves of HeroScape, then we would transition into the Dungeons and Dragons waves, beginning with Battle for the Underdark, and then we would go Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3. Then after we get through all of those, someone in the comments of the tier list video, excuse me, like I said, it's off the cuff. I'm doing this all in one recording, but someone in the last tier list video had asked, would I move on to the Valhalla Customs units, and I love Valhalla Customs. I'm actually working on a Quahan or a Quahan figure right now, so I'm actually holding her right now. You can't see it, but I bought some bases off of Etsy, and so I'm working on that. I also have the Azerite Warlord right next to me on my little console. So anyway, but that being said, I do love Valhalla Customs. I think they add tons of variety and explore lots of funky niches in HeroScape gameplay that the classic units didn't. And so the answer would be yes, I would love, love, love to do those. But those would come after the Dungeons and Dragons waves, and I would review those in the waves that they were released. So Valhalla Customs Wave 1, Wave 2, and then the large expansion, so on and so forth. So all that being said, there is an incredible amount of material that I could work on for this channel, and I love HeroScape so much that I would like to do that. But I just have to let you know that these videos, they take a long time to make. It takes a while to cut out, kind of chop up the audio to make it all sound smooth and seamless when I narrate the essay. So there is a surprising amount of work that goes into these for videos that have very little happening on screen at any one time. So anyway, all that being said, I want to repeat my invitation to anyone who's in the Southern California area. The location will be Critical Hit Games, Critical Hit Games. That's in the city of Corona in Southern California, and we will arrive at 10 a.m. I plan to get there a little early to help set up some of the boards and maybe, you know, get some extra supplies and things like that. But like I said, I will include all of the tournament info pages in the description, as well as how to join the Discord. And for anyone who is in the Southern California area and would like to kind of build a little local community, building up HeroScape in our area. I've always felt, just reading the HeroScapers forums, that HeroScape is especially prominent in the Midwest. I know Gen Con, which is the big convention that happens in, I want to say it's Indiana. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But a lot of the big tournaments are happening in the Midwest, and I always thought it was a little difficult to. I thought there was little hope of finding a Southern California-based community of HeroScape, but I've been very pleasantly surprised. It's a small group, but we're growing, and I hope to grow it a little bit more here. So, but if you're not in the area, and just know that you are invited in spirit. If you found yourself in the area, if you're able to travel out to California, even for that, it's really an invite to everyone who could make it. So even if you have the means to, in the next week, get a flight over to Orange County, LA, you know, or whatever, then we would love to have you. So in any case, the invitation is out there, and once again, I want to thank you all for the interest you've taken in the channel. I'm really excited to continue this, and until we meet again, this is Doggin Days, and I will see y'all later.
If you would like to enter our friendly little contest,